Hey, it's you and me.
Let's go.
The next morning, Jacopo stood alone in the den by the billiards table. He appeared to be rather agitated. His face was twisted into a frown, his pointer finger tapping restlessly against the hard surface of the table. Evidently, no longer able to stay in one place, he paced a circle around the table, then swiped up a rack in a queue, setting up a game of 9-ball. I am not intimately familiar with the ways of which men entertain themselves, but in truth, I was bewitched by the sight of him leaning over the table. Calm down. It almost seemed as though a steel rod ran straight from his shoulder to the tip of his outstretched finger, upon which the cue was secured by another finger looped over it. With a smooth, flowing motion, he thrust the cue forward slightly, pulling it back and repeating the process once more, before ramming it into the cue ball, sending it rolling into the diamond of colored balls. A chorus of clicks and clacks emanated from the center of the room. Balls collided with one another and ricocheted off the cushioned walls, a few landing in the pockets situated around the edge of the table. Jacopo appeared to have accomplished this with little trouble, but I imagine merely striking the cue ball with the stick would be rather difficult for someone inexperienced. But despite his accomplishment, it seemed to only exacerbate his agitation.
Jeez, he's such an inky boy.
I hate him.
Go have your little tantrum over there.
Lousy positioning, he muttered, though I hadn't the faintest idea what he was talking about. What should have been a game for his enjoyment, he went about with a constant look of exasperation. I suspect he was using it as a way to blow off steam, and as a result, the tension in the air was palpable. I felt it would be improper to intrude upon him, even considering his distaste for the man. There was an undeniable beauty in every motion he made, every perfectly audible clack of billiards balls bouncing off one another. It was an enchanting sight. But then, someone without the slightest regard or appreciation for beauty came marching in with a hammer to shatter it like glass. It's either Maria or by a boy, a man. If I say it's Maria.
Gotta say, that was pretty impressive. Ah.
It was a man.
You never know.
Gotta say, that was pretty impressive.
A man leaned against the frame of the open door. He was neither a resident nor a worker of the mansion. The man's face was covered in scraggly stubble, his body draped in a grime-caked garments.
Oh, no. That doesn't sound like...
That sounds awful. His eyes were sunken so deep, it was as though I was looking at a fleshless skull, though there was a feral glimmer in them.
Oh my god, I don't like how you're describing him.
Needless to say, he was not prim and proper. How long have you been here?
Oh gosh, dang it. Did you mix here and there?
Yes.
That's rough.
See, remember that one guy he taught us to know what we're reading?
Tommaso!
Tommaso!
Okay, sorry.
Should we try to see how to actually pronounce that?
I was not expecting him to be named. I thought he was just like a passerby, and now I have to keep that voice. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Tommaso!
Tommaso?
Tommaso.
Tommaso. How long have you been there?
Not long, but man, I can't help laughing. You were completely in your own world there.
What do you want? Why didn't you send a maid for me?
Don't be such a hardhead. We ain't strangers, man. Why should family have to go through the maids to see you? Oh, they're family. That just ain't right, brother. Your doors should always be open for family.
Enough. I'm not your family.
We're bound by something even stronger than blood. By family, our Koska.
Argoska.
Is that right?
Seems right. Let me look it up.
Koska. Oh, they're a crime family? Oh, this is getting complex now. We're getting complex in story.
Indeed.
I guess the mafia, like, really is more than family because, you know...
Sorry. Sorry.
Because they only have, like, one another, right? Like, because they can't go to law or anything. Like, they're their own people.
Yes. Yeah.
We're bound by something even stronger than blood. By our family. Our Koska.
Don't. You only ever bring up the Koska when it's in your interest.
Oh, scary. Come on now. What happened to you, little Jack? Where'd the little boy who used to call me Uncle Tommy go?
Don't you dare use that gosh-forsaken name. Get the heck out of my sight. What in God's name are you doing here? The man hailed from the same country as Jacopo. They had a peculiar relationship. Though they were not blood-related, he referred to Jacopo as family. They came from a sunny island in the Mediterranean Sea, a place of many unique customs, and an entire underground society.
Oh, so she's gonna explain what a Koska is.
Well, Koska was a word that originated from and referred to those underworld families. It would be another 30 or so years before organizations like theirs received much public attention. At the time, they were not widely known. Just a short step into the future, and they would grow so powerful, the very mention of them would send a chill through the room.
Hey now, that's no way to talk to a fellow Berzati. You're on the short list to become the next Capo Familia. We respect our brothers. That's how we operate. I could go home and say you threw me out of your house. How do you like those rumors spread? The soon-to-be Capo Familia wouldn't even listen to a little request.
I very much doubt anything you said could damage my reputation.
I ain't been exiled yet. And as long as I'm still one of them, they won't ignore me. Oh, that's some mighty fine whiskey you got there. Don't mind if I do.
Nothing here is for you to drink.
Booze is my lifeblood, man. No love for a brother?
You worthless leech. It surely won't be long before you find yourself in exile. If you're lucky enough to get off the hook with just exile, that is. A child could snap that scrawny neck of yours.
If I'm gonna go, I'd rather be tied up, tortured for days, covered in tiny little cuts from head to toe.
Tommaso, you're weird. You sick freak! You disgust me!
A lot of things disgust you, man.
Maybe it's a germaphobe.
Call me a carnal adventurer. I despise the mundane. Oh, so he's our Yukimasa here.
Not quite. Not quite.
Last thing I want is to go out like a wet fart. No.
I hate bathroom talk.
Yep, me too.
Is this what you came for? To waste my time with your insipid nonsense?
Oh, hardly. Surely you have an idea of what I'm here for. And how much I need.
You darn maggot.
Oh,
How
sick
come
freak.
Tommaso doesn't get a picture? He's just talking to
He's
himself.
probably not gonna be here long.
Probably not. Unless it's another twist later. Ooh. But he has a name.
Yeah, it's weird.
Whatever.
He's not called the man.
The man! That was the biggest revelation of all time.
Oh my gosh. Oh man, that really hit us, man. Just all of a sudden, the man was not the man. It was a random merchant. That wasn't the man, but the man was the beast, because the man was the beast who washed up on the shore. Good job.
Sama, you suck.
A worthless leech, a sick freak, and a darned maggot. What other names you got up your sleeve for me?
You son of a... Do you honestly think this is how you ask for a favor?
Whoops. Excuse me. I beg of thee, O esteemed future capifamilia. I'm bone broke, not even enough money to put bread on the table. Could you spare me a little for a brother?
You brought this on yourself, I'm sure. I hear more than enough stories about you, and hardly any of them pleasant. Drinking, gambling, debauchery. Ooh. I'm humiliated to be the same Koska as you.
You want to make money playing? You gotta learn the game first.
Says the worm who played himself into oblivion. Now, do you honestly believe I'll give you anything?
Oh, but you will. You got no choice. Koska rules. You're required to help a fellow countryman. Especially considering how few of us there are stranded on this colossal landmass. You won't even notice the money's missing. It ain't because you can't, but because you don't wanna. But Jacopo, being a update does nothing for you. Me coming to you for help keeps your good name clean. That's the thing about being the boss. You quietly keep little jerks like me out of trouble. So that trouble doesn't come raining back to you.
You do not seem to understand your place. Rather than lecturing me, you should be on your hands and knees, begging and crying for help.
If that's what you want, I'll gladly comply. Happy to kiss your boots while I'm at it.
Don't even think about it. Know this, there won't be a second time. I will be reporting your conduct to the family back home. I look forward to seeing how they deal with you.
Just try to have a little mercy, would ya?
Hey! Is there a maid around here? It doesn't matter who.
Oh,
my queen! How may I serve you, master? Get a single stack from the safe, here's the key. It goes without saying, but don't touch anything else. Give the money to the man, as you're escorting him out the door. As you wish. Is that all you needed? Yes, now get to it. Very well. Excuse me.
Well, well. That's one looker of a maid you got there. But there's something, I don't know, eerie, strange about her.
Fancy that. We agree on something.
How long's she been working here?
Couldn't tell you. As I recall, she came with the house. Is that the kind of woman you fancy?
A gal you can't read will always be interesting.
Is that so? Now that he mentions it, how old is that woman? Though I suppose it doesn't much matter.
She's a few hundred, maybe thousands of years old. Oh yeah, Jacopo. One other thing I wanted to talk to you about.
What is it this time? And if it's more of your blather, I will shoot you dead where you stand.
Now, no need for threats. This one's about your, better half.
What about my wife?
Well, to put it simply, yeah. She came to me asking for advice, looking a little distressed.
My wife asked you for advice?
Yep. From the sound of it, you're pretty rough on the little lady. That just ain't right, man. You managed to snag yourself a broad that pretty. You ought to treat her at least a little better, you hear? She looks good with a smile. You gotta make her show it to you every once in a while.
Why would she come to you about that?
Don't ask me. Maybe she ain't got no one else good to talk to. Oh. No, I mean, if Maria is what I think she is, then no, she doesn't.
We're not there yet, so.
Don't ask me. Maybe she ain't got no one else to talk to. And you know, for whatever it's worth, I am a part of the same Koska. Guessing she thought I'd get through to you easier? Really, you just have to put a little more thought into how you act around her, and she'll be smiling for you like always. Oh yeah, I've got just the thing. Women love this stuff. I'm sure she'll be thrilled.
Is that perfume?
Haven't you heard? Everyone's talking about it. I'm a big fan of this stuff too. Smells great. Pretty girl smiles at you wearing some of this. Any man'd be in love with you in an instant. You've never given her anything fashionable before, have you? May look like just scented water, but you can't let that fool you. Go on, give it to her. You like a nice smelling lady too, don't ya? Little bit of scent can give a different flavor to your nighttime excitement. Excitement?
I don't think they do.
I don't think they do anything in bed.
I don't they have separate rooms completely.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't they have totally different rooms?
Mm-hmm. Vanilla.
Well, I've said my piece, so I'll be taking my leave. Don't want to keep your maid waiting too long and get on her bad side.
Hold on, Tommaso. Why would she... Well, I sounded really scared.
Why would she... She's gonna kill me!
With vanilla. Is he allergic?
I mean, he's the one who chose vanilla, so I mean, I hope not. I mean, unless he's remembering of what she had on last night.
Oh, probably. That's probably it.
Maybe.
Hold on, Tommaso. Why would she...
Make it last. That's all the advice your Uncle Tommy has for you. Ciao!
Wait! Tommaso! Smooth criminal. I could go after him. It would be a simple task to catch him, grab him by the neck, make him tell me where he spoke with her, and what she told him.
Or you could just ask her. I'm sure she'd be more than willing to tell you.
But why? Why will my legs not move? Asking him for advice, fashionable perfume, her smile? She looks good with the smile. She'll be smiling for you like always. That can't be. She hardly ever smiles around me. But she'll smile for him? You cannot be jealous. You cannot.
You took her rose garden from her. What do you expect from her? You don't even talk to her.
You yell at her. You call her names. What do you expect, moron?
She just wanted a dinner with you. You could have given her a dinner with you if you have an issue.
She's A+ wife material. She's out here making tea for you. You don't even gotta ask. She's being thoughtful and you think she's mocking you somehow? What kind of small ego... Not ego, but like... His confidence is at all-time low.
I mean, apparently he came from immigration, so I don't know, maybe that's why.
They're all immigrants as far as I'm aware.
I don't know, man.
Last night, when she was short of breath, having a grand time wearing that perfume, getting ready to leave the house.
She was just walking by.
Just who was that smile for? Gosh dang it. Don't you think I'll let you run free any longer?
Oh my gosh, you little son of a gun, and this is why she is gonna get you divorced with you.
Why can't we just be happy? What?
This is just one of those good old communication issues. If he just talked to her, the world would be better. But he just assumes and thinks in his head and overthinks and it's just making it a disaster and... Chill. Just go and talk to her, have dinner with her, and talk about it, man.
Moral of the story, love your wife. Hello.
And communication is key.
Mm-hmm. Communication, compromise, and understanding.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thirsty.
It's okay. We're listening to the angels talk.
His eyebrows were furrowed, creating deep creases on his forehead. Several servants stood off to the side, watching their master attentively as he stomped past them down the corridor.
Oh no, he's gonna make her life even worse, and it's already bad ever since he took out the rose garden.
However, no one said a word to him. Had I not been preoccupied attending to his countrymen, I likely could have prevented it.
I thought you said you couldn't go in anything. Oh, whatever.
Every night, something bad happens, and it's always because of him. I hate his existence. The look on his face would have made it obvious something bad was about to happen. Something that would serve only to further her misfortune. She was already in a less than ideal situation, and it was perched on the edge of a hill, soon to begin rolling down into even worse territory. Oh, please don't do this.
Jacopo? What's the matter? If you wanted to visit, you could have said something, rather than just coming in without knocking.
Is that really necessary?
Pardon?
Oh, he's grabbing the hair. No.
Is there something you so desperately want to keep from me that I must knock before entering? That I should have to let you know in advance that I'm coming?
What are you?
Well, is there? You want to talk to him behind my back, I'm told. What'd you tell him? You moaned to him about my behavior?
That hurts!
You told him I'm rough with you? You cried on his shoulder because I'm not nice enough? Him, of all people?
Wait, Jacopo! You're mistaken, let me...
Silence! Not a word, not a single gosh-forsaken word! The only thing that comes out of your mouth is excuses. Lies and fabrication. You put on this sweet, innocent little girl act, but what's really going on through your head? Maybe you should just rip that mask off your face.
Please don't rip her face off, thank you.
Oh gosh, that'd be gruesome. We just started this story, didn't we?
Al's already losing something and we haven't even gotten done with it?
Stop! Jacopo!
You look down on me, your nobility. And I'm just a nobody who married into it.
No, stop! Let go of me, please!
When did it start? How long have you been seeing him? Who else have you been seeing? Covering yourself in fashionable perfume and smiling, even though you never smile around me.
I just want to know.
Why is he asking her so many questions, but he won't even let her answer a single question?
A lot of people do that.
Just let her say something, my gosh!
They don't have the civil skills to do that. They just want to be angry.
Please, let me go!
I could see it in your eyes. He's just a worthless commoner.
Why would you think that? Why would you not listen to me?
Silence! It's all your fault! Every last thing! I tell you not to leave the house, but you do. I tell you to do as I say, but you ignore me! Every last thing you do drives me mad. I don't have time now to deal with this. To rack my mind over you, over a woman. I don't have time for it. Why do you not do as I say? Do you not have enough already, huh? Will you not be satisfied until you've taken even my arms and legs? I've given you money, clothes, everything. You have an incredible life. Look around you, the life of luxury you and your parents wanted. It's right here, you have it. What more could you possibly want? Why do you insist on being unfaithful?
She just wants a relationship with you. That is all she wants. Ah!
Unfaithful? You think that what I am doing is unfaithful to you?
Oh, it's getting distorted. I don't like this.
What else should I describe it? How else should I describe it? You leave your room despite my ordering you not to. Don't think I don't know. When you came to the den the other day, you had your eyes on the other men.
No, I did not. I had no such inclination.
Enough! Not another word from you. I have no interest in your excuses. If that's how you're gonna act, then say goodbye to your freedom. You're forbidden from leaving the mansion, or your room, for that matter. Or even speaking to the servants.
Gosh.
Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll make you a new room. Too many people come in and out of this one. It'll be somewhere quieter, out of the way. You like the garden. How about I put you in there? If you leave that room without my permission, this time, I'll kill you.
Okay, Mr. Jacopo, and who's turning into Yukimasa for sure.
Why? Why will you not listen to me?
Jacopo, the master of the house, likely loved the white-haired girl. That is what I saw in their exchange. Normally, love is supposed to be a sweet, warm, wonderful emotion. It makes you care for, value that person, even more than yourself. But it was the exact opposite for him. I never knew that love could be such a painful thing. How did his love end up so twisted? What did he expect to happen by confining and abusing the woman he loved? Perhaps he was conscious of that. To be human is to sometimes find oneself driven by uncomfortable eternal impulses. A few days later, Jacopo dragged the white-haired girl from her chamber and led her outside. The garden she had once loved was now a thing of the past. It had become a dreary space, nary a rose in sight, and being taken there did nothing to improve her mood, only sadden her.
That's so sad. He ruins the garden. He knows she loved it, and then he decides to put her back there with no garden and say, "Oh, you loved this place."
People are dumb.
You're telling me.
I'm just hurt.
I'm hurt. This one hurts. Enough. We haven't even been able to fall in love with characters, but like this hurts.
The cold, gray piles of metal freckling the barren earth seemed to mock her. Her husband led her, the lady of the house, to a shed that had been repurposed into a Spartan living area. She begged and pleaded, but Jacopo would not have it. He shoved her into the sad little shack and locked the door.
There's not even a word to say.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Just this is just miserable at this point. This is not even cute. This is not even Pauline cuteness.
Right off, that's another way they started this different. Right off the bat, it's miserable.
Why would you do this to me? I didn't ask for this.